getting to the top of Cleve Hill, overlooking it on a race day when you're arriving, yeah, it's a special place.
Cheltenham's a very special place for any jumps fan. When you're buying a horse, you're buying a dream.
At the back of your mind, you're thinking about Cheltenham and what we can get to Cheltenham, what races we can run at Cheltenham, what can win at Cheltenham.
Joe Tizzard on cue card, champion court racing another effort.
I'm really looking forward to Envoy Allen.
Native River in front, he's made every yard, what a run!
It's our life, and Cheltenham winners are the pinnacle of it all.
It's very special for me in many ways.
Yeah, I was one of 5 children. We were dairy farmers, left school at 15. We did have ponies when I was about 14, a couple of ponies, so we rode a little bit then. I had 2 other brothers farming. The farm wasn't big enough, so we had to milk cows and do contracting. And then when we were about 30, we split the partnership up. It sort of coincided with Joe and Kim.
You know, I was counting down the years from about 12 or 13 to when I was going to be able to point, and that was how we started. I was 16 years old. We had 3 point-to-pointers.
Yeah, well, I always wanted to be a jockey. Fortunately, I didn't grow after I was 12, so that sort of made the decision for me. And I was very stupid at school too, so the decisions from that point of view were made pretty simply. I grew up in and around horses all the time. Even if I wasn't going to make it as a jockey, I always hoped to be involved in racing, and fortunately, I was able to carry on with my first choice.
I remember him coming down with his brother in the swimming pool when they were kids years ago. But we started when I was training point-to-pointers.
So my earliest memory here at Jackdaws, from a personal point of view, when I was 15, it was my birthday, and Jackie and John Joe invited me up because they were family friends, and obviously I only live behind the gallops. I mean, we're just a couple of fields away, our family farm and everything, and I met AP McCoy for the first time then, and for me, and he still is, you know, he's a hero. He's the best to ever do it, in my opinion, an unbelievable jockey. And yeah, like I said, I was only 15, and it was just very exciting. You know, I met a childhood hero, and I mean, that was my first memory of coming up to Jackdaws Castle, a very special day.
Yeah. I remember sitting around with the old tipsters in the old days in the racing post when we used to work at Rains Park. I used to go up to Henry Ricks and Mel Collier and say, this maker stand's a good thing for the... And they'd laugh at me, and then I'd have to watch them in lunch for the next 10 weeks telling me that, oh, he's the maker stand man. And when that won, that helped. That probably got me my job, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the sort of horses that I kind of latched onto when I first started watching the festival were Florida Pearl. He was one of these great Irish hopes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He won the Bumper, he won the Sun Alliance, and this was going to be the sort of Gold Cup horse. I don't know, you just sort of, you get attached to certain horses, don't you? Because you follow them and you probably made a case for them.
Tom is like his father, determined, rides well.
Yeah, Cheltenham, even without the racing, was a very special place for me. But I say, you know, with the best race course in the world there as well, it makes it even more special.
And now Tizzards niggling away on cue card. Sprinter Sacra going arguably as well on the outside.
Cue card, when no one knew what he, you know, from day one when he was broke in, Roddy Green said this is going to be a good one.
A one-horse race, cue card has come to the front and is about 2 or 3 lengths clear from Alpha off in second.
That was special, you know. His first time was a bit of a shock to the system. He was a massive price. We knew he was a good horse.
You know, he was absolutely brilliant that day.
Thistlecrack was just an absolute beast.
Tom Scudamore sends Thistlecrack on by 2 lengths, and he's easily gone 2 or 3 lengths ahead.
Different strawberries to anything else.
Annie Mac on the left, if you say run on the right. Annie Mac.
I think the dream was always Cheltenham, but then they start winning, and she was beating good mares, chasing as well. That was the exciting thing. She was beating, you know, Nichols mares, Henderson mares, and just the way she jumps those fences. I mean, you know, she's no mug, she's no slouch around there. And we kept thinking, okay, she's won.
Annie Mac bounds over it successfully by 3 lengths and goes on to win with John Joe O'Neill Jr.
And she won again.
2 out of 2 over fences. Annie Mac, she's progressing nicely.
And then she won again, and we think, right, we got to go Cheltenham.
Next is Annie Mac in white with blue stars on the sleeves.
I had a few, you know, good ante-post. Imperial Commander was one of my best. Yeah. One of the ones I enjoyed most.
Imperial Commander, a good jump. He's 3 legs.
My favourite race, it would definitely be Denman, which was when he won his Gold Cup. And
I'm still ringing in my ears because I sat next to you while you were cheering at home.
Near the end, the camera sort of zooms round with Denman around that final bend. He was still absolutely powering away at that point.
You know, that was that was a big day on him. I was coming to the end of my career, and just like I said, like he took us to a whole new step with the bumper. Then he took us to another place with the Ryanair.
Q Card win of the bumper in 2010, wins the Ryanair of 2013.
You know, that was a real special day that we could really enjoy.
They're off. They race away then with 22 fences to jump, and the Native River, Definitely Red, Might Bite and Our Duke are the leading quartet.
He's been a fantastic horse for us. Sort of like quietly disappeared a little bit in the media, but he wasn't doing anything wrong on the track. You know, he won 2 from 2 last year, but because our horses were a bit quiet and everything, he sort of drifted out to be 5th in the betting, which is bonkers.
Richard Johnson is made in heaven for him, really.
Him and Dickie Johnson are just a wonderful combination, and they put a real impressive performance up.
Native River is fending off the challenger Might Bite. They run towards the line. The brave, the generous Native River in front. He's still holding on. He's made every yard. What a run. Native River and Richard Johnson have won the Tamiko Gold Cup.
If anyone wants to go faster in Native River, they're going too fast.
Adagio very much on the heels of the leaders now.
Adagio's improved with every single run. You know, with the experience he's gained, I've learnt plenty about him too.
We hope that he goes there with a great chance.
Everyone's heard of Annie Mac.
On the flat to go, and Annie Mac now asserting and coming away.
We know how well she jumps, and we know how well she stays. Mate, she's the best chasing mare in the country. That's what I'm saying. I think she'll win. I'm saying now she'll win. I think she beats the Irish.
Which one have you backed? Which one do you personally want to win the most?
I'm really looking forward to Envoy Allen. But he just looks like he's carrying around this reputation with him.
I think Eldorado Allen, he finished a good second behind Shiskin. He's entered in a couple of novices. He's not going to beat Shiskin in an Arkle, but he could be very competitive in a Grand Annual or something like that.
Well, I'd have to say Native River at the moment. He's done it before. He loves every minute of it. Horse of a lifetime again.
Cheltenham is so important. You can have a great year, you can ride lots of winners, train lots of winners, but if you don't have a winner at Cheltenham, people tend to think that it's disappointing, and vice versa. You seem to be struggling along, you go and ride a winner at Cheltenham or train a winner at Cheltenham, it makes your year. So when you're buying a horse, you're buying a dream, and you don't just want to run at Cheltenham, you want to winner at Cheltenham. So it's important for everybody.
Well, you're judged on Cheltenham. You know, if it's Go Cups, you know, here's CV. I've won a Go Cup. I won a World Hurdle. Lovely. You know, this is when someone prints it out, what we've won is everything. You never forget Q Car winning the Champion Bumper, and never forget Native River winning the Go Cup.
Like, Cheltenham's the pinnacle of horse racing, so you want spectators there. You know, that's what it's all about. That's why it's the dream for us to have a runner and a genuine contender at Cheltenham. Winning at Cheltenham will be the dream, and you'd love to do that with the crowd, of course, but you know, it's not going to affect Annie's performance on the day. You know, crowd or no crowd, she'll give it her all, and it's going to be a great festival.
And they're off. By 2 lengths now. The maker stand is, if anything, further clear as they race towards the next. And their best mate looming up. Richard Guest on the near side. Jim Cullity, he's full of horse. Final fence, the racing world holds his breath. He got away with it. Neptune Collonge in second place. Gordo Scarlet's in trouble and the whip is raised.
But Quevedo's absolutely routed these and runs home clear.
It's Denman and Imperial Commander who are going to fight this out.
Jim Van is a length and a half behind him. Shane Tennant third, but under so is the leader in the Arkle as they race aside the final. Contenders on the record. There's a trouble. There's Melody, but now Molly beats on the far side of Scotland. Driver Cadaver's in the cross of the closing stages. Shishkin being lifted out the far side by Nicola Walker. It's very top of training. Charlie after me. Third the last two. Another like Edwardstone. Behind those was Kevin Albus.
I think the racing at the best of the best. That's what I'd say.
3 words.
Special,
Emotional, magic.
It's just the best.